Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I want to start building off of what the chairman said in his opening comments, that for, I would argue, a number of decades, we had a bipartisan consensus about China, that the more they came into the world order, the closer they would move to some level of international norms. I'll be the first to acknowledge I was part of that consensus, and I think I was wrong. This committee, over the years, under both the Obama administration and the Trump administration, has seen China move extraordinarily aggressively. The chairman made reference to their efforts to influence American policymakers. We see them move aggressively militarily. We see them move aggressively economically. I've been particularly concerned about their efforts to dominate new technologies. And we've seen them use tools from stealing intellectual property to treating their own people extraordinarily poorly, whether they be Uyghurs or the people of Hong Kong. So I think it is important that we are clear-eyed about China. I do think it's important as well to recognize that our beef is not with the Chinese people, but with this Chinese Communist Party. So I want to just ask you straight out, Ms. Haynes, is China, under the rule of the Chinese Communist Party, an adversary of the United States?
Thank you, Vice Chairman. I couldn't agree more with the priority that you're attaching to China and the need, I think, for the intelligence community to focus on this issue. I think in the context of China, China is adversarial and an adversary on some issues, and in other issues we try to cooperate with them, whether in the context of climate change or other things. And ultimately, the frame that the President-elect has identified for thinking about this is as a global competitor. But I think that doesn't, to your point, in any way mitigate the fact that when it comes to espionage or a variety of areas that I'll be focused on, if I am confirmed in the Director of National Intelligence, they are an adversary and that we have to work on those issues, in particular, countering their illegal, unfair, aggressive actions in these spaces.
Both the chairman and the vice chairman have mentioned China, and I want to chime in as well, that China clearly is a key geopolitical adversary and poses a threat to our interests in terms of the theft of intellectual property and also potential spying through its telecommunications companies. Do you have any concerns about how the Obama administration approached China when you served in your capacity in that administration?
Thank you, Senator. I think our approach to China has to evolve and essentially meet the reality of the particularly assertive and aggressive China that we see today. China is a challenge to our security, to our prosperity, to our values across a range of issues, and I do support an aggressive stance, in a sense, to deal with the challenge that we're facing. So I think that's the place that we are now, and one that is more assertive than where we had been in the Obama-Biden administration. And if I'm confirmed, I think, frankly, the intelligence community can do a lot to help in that respect. I think keeping our focus, putting our resources and effort in making sure that we understand the intentions and capabilities of China, but also that we are actually recognizing and holding them to account, in effect, by identifying where they are taking actions that are inconsistent with our interests will be part of what I hope to focus on.
Hey, did you know we have a video podcast called WJ Live?
The Western Journal's mission is to equip readers with the truth. That's the exact same mission we have on WJ Live.
You'll hear from writers, editors, and special guests on the most important topics of the day.
You can watch it live every day at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/WJ Live.
While you're there, help us out by subscribing and hitting the bell so you won't miss out on any future episodes.